Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining our July 2026 Zeek Community Call. These calls are hosted by members of the Zeek Leadership Team, and they're open to anyone in the community to join. Typically, we share project updates, training news, a few community reminders, and the rest is pretty flexible. So if you have questions or feedback, we do invite you to speak up, ask questions, or if you're watching the recording at a later time, definitely leave a comment or find us on Slack. Definitely want to be hearing from y'all. If there's also maybe something you'd like to see covered at a future meeting, we invite you to share those thoughts and ideas as well. So it's going to be probably a pretty quick meeting this month. Johanna is out, so I'll start and kick us off with updates on the community side of things. Things are got a lot of things happening. So starting at the top, I always start with topic of the month, our kind of monthly conversation series that we have in the Zeek Slack workspace. Last month's topic was detection techniques. We just wrapped that up yesterday. I am in the process of kind of working on a recap blog post, so that's coming soon. Keep an eye out for that. I'll typically share that on Slack and on our social media. And the next topic will be announced on Monday, so we'll take a couple of days off to kind of cool down from the last conversation before we move on to what's next. Updates on our upcoming workshop that we're hosting in Berkeley, California. I'm putting out a final call for our call for presentations. Gonna extend it for just a couple of days, maybe wait till after the July 4th holiday here in the States. So if you have been thinking about maybe submitting a presentation, definitely consider getting that in the next few days. We will be officially closing the CFP on a week from today. So July 8th is the extended CFP deadline. We do have a couple of really exciting talks that were submitted. The LT is in the process of reviewing those now. So I am hoping to kind of have that first round of speakers and topics confirmed, and maybe we can begin announcing those next week, which will be really exciting. And of course, our registration is open for anyone who does just want to attend. The format is very similar to the workshop that we had in Geneva in March. Day one is kind of different types of technical talks. And then day two will be a half-day training session from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. The talks on day one go from roughly 9 to 5, and we'll have a kind of happy hour reception at a nearby brewery. So I think it'll be a really good time to kind of connect with everyone in person and see what's going on in Zeek and hear what everyone else is working on. Two more things from me on the community side. The 2026 Zeek project survey is live. We launched that on June 23rd. It's going to be open all summer long, so there's no rush to kind of get it in. I'm really excited about this project. We learned a lot from everyone during last year's survey, and the team has been working on different projects and initiatives based on that feedback that we're still kind of implementing and sharing with the community. So I'm even more excited to get that continued feedback from everyone. Thank you to those who have filled it out. Really just appreciate, everyone taking the 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes to share their thoughts. We're really hoping to keep understanding what people find most valuable about Zeek, as well as the community, just to kind of make sure that we're always keeping a pulse on what people want and need to help everyone kind of use Zeek to their best capability. In the survey, there is also the opportunity to sign up for a conversation with some of our team about upcoming releases. We definitely want everyone's input as we think about 10, 11, 12, Zeek 20. Those conversations will likely happen in mid-September after the survey closes, after the workshop happens. But in the survey, at the end, there is the option to leave your email, and I'll kind of reach out just to let you know that we got your sign up, and hopefully we can kind of get a call with you on the calendar for mid-September to talk about some technical future planning feedback. And the very last thing I'll mention, we are going to be launching next week some new resources about how to contribute to Zeek more easily and at any skill level. This was actually something that came about from last year's community survey. A lot of people mentioned that they were interested in contributing to the project, but they weren't sure how, or they didn't feel like they were qualified to do so. So we have built out a number of resources to make it easier to contribute for people with maybe not enough time in the week. There are kind of like quick ways to participate in the project that are very meaningful, and as well as maybe things that are more hands-on. So that new contributor guide will launch, I'm aiming for July 9th, so towards the end of next week, and I'm really excited to share that with everyone. Okay, so I think that wraps up my community updates. It's been a busy month. Christian, I will pass it over to you for some technical updates.
Sure thing, Michelle. By Zeek 20, I am hopefully retired, so we can do some retirement planning. Awesome. Right. Okay. More seriously, I'm going to keep this pretty short and sweet. So technical update. So there's really only one big item to talk about right now. That is the patch releases going out next week. So we're aiming to release 8.09 and 8.21 next week. The thing to know about those is that they're huge. They have about 3 times the number of issues in them that we normally do. And that's for several good reasons. So the first one is that I guess like many other open source projects, we've just been receiving a much greater number of issues from users, maybe due to agentic enablement or some such, but this is strictly great. So we thank all of the folks who have submitted this time. We'll find your names in the release notes. It's also due to the fact that we've built out our OSS-Fuzz setup. So we're also using UBSan at this point, so undefined behavior sanitizers that have contributed as usual. Every time we enable a new fuzzer, there's the according flood of findings. So this has been pretty cool. And last not least, it's simply due to the fact that it's been a while since we did the last patch releases. So the last ones were mid-May, if I remember correctly. So that's pretty long. So nothing changes about the fact that those are, the usual patch model, like the bumping to those releases should be a no-brainer. But you want to take a good look at the release notes just because there is a lot more in them this time than in the past. So a big shout out to Tim, I think, who's here today. Perfect for putting those releases together. The PDG announcement will go out before the end of the week. So this is our private distributors group, the folks who get, the release notifications for security issues. And also a big thanks to the whole team, because I think everybody's been pushing pretty hard to get those things fixed and addressed in time for the next patch release. So this is really cool. So accordingly, feature work has been pushed back a little bit just so we can keep up, but not critically. We're still like looking at end of August for Zeek 9. Nothing there has really changed so far, including the feature set. We'll see how that shakes out as we come closer to the RC1 timeframe, but it's looking, I think, still pretty good. And I think, yeah, I think that's actually pretty much it. Keep an eye out for those releases, folks. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks,
Cool.
Christian. All right. Fatima, do you have any updates to share on your end?
Not much. I can just share a quick major update on the training session that we're going to host during our 2-day workshop. So this time, as Michelle mentioned, we have a workshop coming up. It's the second day of the Zeek workshop, the 2 days that we have, September 11th. It will be from 9 to 3. And based on the RSVPs that we have gotten so far, I think we're going to just collate in one training that will be offered on a topic that would cover intermediate to advanced Zeek hands-on training. So it will be kind of like a hybrid that we offer, and it's a hybrid between introduction and advanced that Ashish offers. So we're still deciding on the topics to cover and how much we can cover during those 4 or 5 hours of training. So we will work towards getting those details sorted out and announce it as soon as we have something solid um, to mention the community. But yeah, we are pretty excited, and it will be again a hands-on training, and we are excited and looking forward to see you all at the training. And please reach out if you have any questions or if there are any topics that you would like us to cover. And we'll be happy to work on that as well. So that's pretty much all I had on the training side. Not sure if Christian, you have anything else on the training side of the things.
No, not immediately. So I think you're right. That plan, still stands. I look forward to it. I'm wondering, okay, so part of the new effort that we have around training is the training that you can see in the documentation at this point. Probably not the right topic for this right now, sort of, but for the trainings that you just mentioned, Fatima, plan is unchanged, and I think, yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Awesome. Yeah, let us know if you guys have any questions, and we will communicate the details on the topic of the training, the material we are going to cover, and what are the requirements for our attendees to be present there with their laptops and hands-on for the hands-on sessions. So meanwhile, if you have any questions or if you have any feedback for us, we are happy to hear and adjust accordingly. So that's pretty much from my side, Michelle.
Cool. Cool. Well, that is a wrap for this month's community call. Thanks to those who joined. Thanks to those who are watching the recording. The next call will be Wednesday, August 5th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So we will see you then. But in the meantime, we'll see you on Slack and wherever else you get in contact with us. So we'll see you around, y'all. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Bye, thanks.
Bye.
Bye.